I mean, like I say, a lot of the Irish actually went up against my Germans, and my Irish basically said blah blah blah. We're doing all the work, blah 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 blah. We're not getting paid very much, blah 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 blah. And I think it came back to me basically. The Germans just came back to me and blah 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 blah. And I was like, yeah yeah yeah, pay more, raises of course. Aren't they getting the raises? Because every now and then, every 3 or 4 months, I would give them a raise or something like that, and they knew that. That's why people, how companies give annual pay raises and all that. That's all me. That was all me because I was like, I gave it annual pay raises. Well, we were starting from such a low point, and we're going working our way up. And that's why people knew they're working towards the future. They're working towards higher pay. They're working towards blah blah blah. And they're working. So they had a lot of faith, a lot of hope. And like I said, but like I say, somewhere around 1940, 1930, like most people would say, the writing's on the wall, blah blah blah, and so they realized that they could just like, me and basically be like, without me, and that's when we started getting into world wars and everything else, and it was like ultimate face down, and some people were even trying to challenge me to a duel to have me killed or something like that. But it turned out somebody was paying somebody to challenge me to a duel, to a gun shoot off. And my people are like, no, 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 we have much faster quick draws. Don't worry, we'll take care of it. And I was like, oh, okay. So, like I say, all my life forms were very protective of me. My 1.5s were really protective of me. My exoskeletons were protective of me. You know, even the human race, even my females, everyone was very protective of me. Like they would all gather around. The children, because of Christmas and all the presents and all the toys and everything else, were protective of me. Even my pilots, who had lived through an ejection seat, who had been shot down and lived because of a parachute or whatever, they were protective of me. Everybody was protective of me, and I was very protective of them. Like I said, we had a bond. We were connected. You know, like even my actors. I was giving them higher pay rates and everything else like that, and trying to get them, nicer clothes, nicer everything, nicer cars. Like, we had this together thing. We were connected. And so basically, yeah, I mean, me versus a couple of people, you know, we had ultimate face off, basically. I mean, and there were times when yeah, I had to like, my Irish workers had to have a few conversations with some people. And sometimes people would be like, blah, 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 Jimmy, blah, 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 or this person, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, I told them to go ahead and do that and talk to that person because he was being abusive or something like that. Or, he wasn't acting right. So, I mean, like I said, I backed my Irish people, you know, because I would tell them, yeah, go ahead and do that. Go ahead and talk to that person, convince them. And sometimes the convincing would get a little out of hand, a little too physical. And it's like, okay, we'll give him medical and whatever and give him time off and give him time for his bones to heal. It's like there were a couple people that got their bones broken because of me. It's like, yeah, I mean, sometimes people thought they could just run their mouth or just do this or just do that or just take from the pot or whatever. And it was like, well, it's hurting. It's hurting. It hurts the whole. It hurts the group or whatever. You know. Anyway, though, whatever. It's all in the past now. But yeah, sometimes I had to play the bad guy. Sometimes you gotta play the bad guy. It's like, well, I don't usually have to play the bad guy, but sometimes, yeah, there were a couple people, and that's why the Irish were kind of getting in trouble because a lot of people, because they're like, these people are bad people. It's like, no, they're following my orders. It's called orders, called chain of command. So I told them to do some things to some people, that were, they wouldn't stop. They were warned. They were told, blah, blah, blah. Even their own mother came to them and told them to not do it anymore. They kept doing it. So we had to get a little bit aggressive. Aggressive negotiations. Like there is a lot of parts where, I was trying to be nice. I was trying to do this. I was trying to do everything the right way. I was trying to be pacifist. I was trying to be a good person and a good leader and blah, blah. And, yes, occasionally it got to where, but then like I said later on, and that's why they sentenced me to X amount of counts of death, X amount of this, X amount of that, because, it turned out that I was the big whatever. It's like, well, yeah, I'm the creator, and you're my life forms. And sometimes life forms, they do bad things. So, like carpet bomb whole cities. or kill millions of lives or something like that. Anyway, or go and release Ebola onto the world or something. I don't know. Although that was kind of my fault, I think, because I was having them directed there. Anyway, whatever. Like I said, I've explained it all to you, so you understand. What, who, why, what I am, why I was sentenced to 99 years on a shelf or in prison. And why I did 1.5 million years of community service. I actually did 2.5. Now, technically, when I became Brian, I'm out. Yay! I mean, well, hey, like my people protected me. My people loved me. A lot of people cared about me, and I cared about them. Like I didn't want to have people hurt. I didn't want to like I said, two different people told me I'm gonna have to kill people. I have to kill people, and it's like I didn't want to kill people. I'd rather not. I'm whatever, a pacifist, and I was whatever. At some point in time, I had to give up my pacifistic nature, and yes, at some point in time, I was like, show them no mercy, because they were psychopaths and they were killers and liars and cheaters and had done very bad things. Like I said, I would tell my people, just start taking out the people that had killed more than 10 people. Or killed. Well, at first I told my exoskeletons from my other life forms. I said, okay, we'll just start taking out the people that have killed 100 people or so. And then start taking out the people that have killed 10 people or so. But whatever. But not my people, of course. So, anyway, like I said, there were people running around that were just like they would just like reach into the yeah, life is cheap, man. And it's like, that's not okay. That's not what I want to see around here. Like, anyway, whatever. I mean, Anyway, it's all complicated. Like I said, I don't do just random shootings. I do targeted attacks on people that deserve it. That's where all that comes from. Me. So, anyway, it was necessary. I guess. I didn't want it to be necessary. But, Anyway, whatever. It's complicated. So, I wish life could just be easy for a leader. But I wish it was enough to just be like genetics, language. Okay, yay! You're alive! Mwah! Welcome into the world. Like I used to love it, and I used to be like, welcome the new babies into the world. Because they're alive, life is amazing and wonderful. It should always be. Anyway, my life used to be so easy and so innocent and so normal. And even my people were like, let's give them a life without knowing what it's like to be like that, to have to be like that. And so for the longest time, my existence was just the good parts of life. Silliness and happiness and creation, just, whatever. But then we started getting into the ugly part of existence. The part where my orders caused death, or someone else's orders caused death, and just trying to straighten it out. And then like, wait a minute, no. That was my fault. That's not his fault. Okay. And like I said, I took the blame for a lot of things. There are a lot of decisions, a lot of things where my people were like, no, we don't want you taking the blame for this. We'll take the blame. And I was like, no, you were doing it for me. I'm the captain of the ship. I'm the one who set the rules. I'm the one who did this. You came to me and asked me if you could do this, blah, blah. No, it's on me. So I insisted. Because like I would tell my people, it's like what kind of a creator, what kind of a great person would I be if I was just like that? Those aren't the qualities in a great person. That's not the kind of person I am. That's not epic. That's not larger than life. That's, So, anyway, there's a lot of things. It was complicated. And like I said, anyway though, my existence has changed over the years. But anyway, and my people protected me and saved me. The whole planet went to bat for me, even after the war, even after all the whatever, and after all the framing and all the other things, and me just simply admitting, because I admitted everything I did. Like, I'm not gonna keep any. Anyway, people were like, "Don't tell them, don't tell them," and I was like, "I'm not gonna keep any secrets from my people. That's not trust. How can they trust me? How is my word my bond if I go back on it? What kind of example am I setting for my people? What kind of president, what kind of leader, what kind of creator am I if I'm just like, you know, those aren't good qualities. So like even as a child, I was like this. This is the way, and I even told my people, I was like, I want to be the kind of leader and Lord that you want me to be. So, like I said, my immigrants, my Germans, everybody, they work, night and day, and basically, now I might even be a created leader. I don't know. Anyway, other people were trying to change the way I was, or change blah blah blah, or affect me, and I was like, no, I refuse. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to be the best leader I can be, and that's that. I had huge teams underneath me, great, great, wonderful, loving, caring people, and effectiveness. I had a big, cushy little bed of life underneath me that was keeping me safe. My exoskeletons, my 1.5s, and people even created life forms for me to keep me safe that I might not even have known about. There were other great creators in existence. So anyway, like I say, they paid me homage or whatever, and I pay homage back. That's why I was doing the raises. That's why I was doing everything. I was trying to give back to my people, trying to say thank you to the immigrants. I said, give me 10 years, give me 100 years of your lives for your existence, and I'll show you, the future. And they did. They did their part. So I was trying to, and that's why I also ordered all the money, anyone who had, because sometimes things were confiscated by supposed leaders or supposed whatever, and so even if we could only give back to the family members,